Hi everyone, it's Gus Weathers and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. What is up, or what is going on? Trust me, my YouTube girlies, I know y'all see me in my prank era and like my in real life era and like just filming and out of the house and stuff like that. But trust me, I did not forget about my story time YouTube girlies, because trust me you guys, that is why I literally fell in love with you know who, everything like that. So if y'all are here for the story times, trust me, I got you guys, and that's exactly what we're getting into today. We're gonna get right into it from the title, the thumbnail, and stuff like that. So all the little straight guys and stuff like this video is probably not going to be for you. This is probably going to be for the girls and the gays. Honestly, might be just for the girls and the gays, okay? I cannot believe that this is an actual real story that I'm able to tell you guys, because when I tell you it literally was like a Cinderella story coming real life, because I'm still poor. At the end of the day, I'm broke. I will always be poor, and just, I am so thankful for everything before we even get started into anything. So around this time last year, I ended up breaking up with my boyfriend of 8 months, and we fully went our separate ways, broke up, like literally got a restraining order on each other. So like we literally had to like, you know, go our separate ways. So we went our separate ways, and I was very lonely. A lot of my real, like my best friends and stuff like that, we're all 23 and stuff like that, and all my friends are literally married, have kids, X, Y, and Z. They don't have like the free time and stuff like that to hang out with me, which obviously I understand. Like, girl, they literally have kids, they're married, they have their own life and stuff like that, just like I had my own life. So I was very lonely and everything like that, and YouTube is always going to be my distraction. I'm not really like a TikTok girly. I don't really sit there and scroll through TikTok. I honestly like long form content. That's why a girl like me can sit on here and just jabber. So I'm single, trying to distract myself on my free time and everything like that. I'm scrolling through YouTube, and I end up finding this guy named Kanel Joseph, and he was the first ever guy that I've ever saw that like does pranks that like wasn't like corny. There's only like a handful that I don't think is corny, and Canel is like definitely the one that I don't think is the corniest. And I honestly thought he was so funny. Like, I literally watched one of his videos and I fell in love with him automatically. Like, I literally was like, oh my god, he is funny as he is literally so funny, I can't even put it into words. And I fell in love with him like literally automatically. Like, girl, I felt like, trust me, like polosocial relationships or whatever ain't had shit on me, because I was like, that's mine. Like, that is literally my man. Like, I'm getting that. Like, I need that. Because I thought he was hot as fuck. Like, I fell in love with him like fast. So I became a huge fan. Like, I watched every single one of his videos. I'm not kidding you, every single one of his videos. And he was able to distract me from my shitty ass days and being alone and being lonely and everything like that. So I continue watching him, I fall in love with him, everything. I'm still in love with him, I can't even put it into words. So I'm sitting there, and all the time when I'm on TikTok live or anything like that, people will be like, oh, well, who do you think's the hottest, like, celebrity? Like, if you could date anyone, if you could be with anyone, who would it be? And I'm always like, Kanel Joseph. Like, girl, Kanel Joseph. Like, he has a personality, and that's what no one has nowadays. Literally, everyone's like, why do you like him so much? Because he has a personality, and that's what everyone is scared to have nowadays. Especially their own. Like, he literally is his own person. He doesn't copy anyone. I copy everyone. Literally, I don't even know what my own personality is, if that makes sense. But him, he has his own, like, I can't even explain it. He has his own money. He has his own like, he is so hot. And everyone's like, oh, well, you just like him for the money and the fame. Take away the money and the fame, and I still want that. Like, I would want that if it was homeless, stinky, everything. Like, I need that. Like, I think he's so hot, and I'm not trying to be funny. Like, this is a serious video, serious story time. So I was sitting there, and I just realized, like, you know, like, I do kind of have like some followers on TikTok, like, low-key, and I really do be forgetting that, like, because I say stuff and I don't realize that, like, it's not to my private story, and people can like see it anywhere, everywhere. So I posted TikTok because I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I really hate when people ask me who I think the hottest guy in the history of the world is, because it will always be Kanel Joseph, and like, if it's not Kanel Joseph, then I don't want to talk. And that's it. I posted the video. It probably got like maybe 80,000, like literally probably like 80,000 views, which, yeah, that's a lot, not that much for me. So I just went on about my day, didn't think anything of it. I posted that like November something, right? So December something rolls around, and remind you, I follow Canel on Instagram. Like, every time he posts a picture, like, I am sliding in his DMs, because number one, I never thought in a million years he would ever see what I sent to him, okay? Because Like, number two, our worlds are completely different. Like, girl, I sit on the floor and tell story times about trauma, and he goes in real life and like has a personality, talks to people, pranks, does everything. You know what I mean? So it's like, I never would have thought in a million years any of it could collide, if that makes sense. So I'm DMing him, I'm DMing him, I'm DMing him. Like, I'm letting him know, like, I really need that. I really need that. So I go to sleep because, you guys, I still work 40 hours a freaking week. Literally, like, I am a girly that still has a job. Like, I wish I was getting more money off this internet shit so I didn't have to work a job. So I wake up, getting ready to go to work, and I literally had a missed call. Like, on my Instagram, I had a missed call from, it literally said, missed call from Canel Joseph. And so I'm like slapping myself, pinching myself, because I'm like, girl, am I in a dream? Because excuse me, what? Excuse me, what? So, and remind you, I watch this person daily, like daily. Like, when I sit and eat my food, like, I'll watch his videos. He has videos everywhere. Like, he posts all the time everywhere. And I think he's funny. I think he's entertaining. And he is so hot to me. Like, he is so handsome to me. I can't even put it into words. So I'm like, what? So I open it and he literally is like, hey. So I'm like, oh my God. Like, I didn't text anyone. I'm not posting. Oh, hell no. Because I'm like, oh my God. Did he accidentally like stumble in my DMs? Like, I have no idea. Because remind you, he viewed one of my Instagram stories before, not in a weird way, because he posted a picture and I literally posted to my story and I was like, oh my God, like, he is the hottest guy ever. And he viewed my story and I freaked out, but that was a few months before that. So I was like, maybe like, you know, I was trying to think. I was like, I don't know how. I have no idea. I really don't. I was trying to figure out any way to figure out like how or why he was texting me. So I text him back and I'm like, oh, like, oh my God, like literally with just a lot of question marks, because I'm like, oh, hi, like, I am a big fan. Like, I am a very, like, girl, we know, like, big fan, like, huge. He didn't text back because that's all I said. I literally just texted him. So while I was sitting there, I realized that he is a Twitch streamer, which, remind you, we're not even going to talk about Twitch because they deleted his account. So me, myself, and I and my brand, Gus Weathers, my supporters will not be on the brand or on the Twitch stream ever. Because after the Twitch stream with him, I was like, okay, maybe I should join the platform. After they deleted my boyfriend, I will not, no. Nope, I'm not being on that platform. I don't care. So I forgot he does Twitch, which, girl, he does that like 90 hours out of the night, right? So I'm like, holy shit. I run to Twitch, and because the only reason I have Twitch literally downloaded is to watch him. So I go on Twitch, I look him up, and I watch, I'm not kidding you, I go to work and I watch the whole entire 7 hours of this stream to try to figure out where I am, if he talked about me, anything. So he did. He talked about me, and when I tell you guys, like, I was freaking out. Like, put it in perspective, like, a lot of people thought I was weird and like over-sexual when I was with him and stuff like that, but dead ass, imagine it being 2008. You're watching Transformers and you see Megan Fox on the TV screen, okay? Every time I bring up Megan Fox, they're like, oh, this and blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Everyone had a crush on her in 2008, 7, 9. I don't remember what damn year. I never watched the movie. So imagine you watch this movie, right? And you're like, holy shit. Like, you've done it a few times to this, right? Because, like, baby, I'm gonna be honest. Like, he is hot as So imagine. And then that girl, Megan Fox, texts you and she's like, hey, do you want to hang out, X, Y, and Z? And then you all hang out. Are you not going to tell her, like, girl, I'm being serious? Because if he dead ass pulled him down, I'm showing America what? Like, that's me. That's being serious. So anywho, he talked about me. I was gagged. Like, I was screaming. I was like, there's no way. I was like, there is literally no way. This is not real life. He looked up my TikTok. He DM'd me. He literally looked at my Instagram. He looked at my YouTube. He looked at my TikTok. Like, girl, he was talking about me for like 30 minutes. So I'm delusional. You already know me. I'm delusional. So I'm like, oh, if I already like got it this far, then I'm gonna get it to where like he genuinely falls in love with me. I don't know if y'all ever watched Starstruck from like Disney Channel, like Starstruck, I didn't get starstruck. But that movie, literally the superstar falls in love with the girl, and I'm like, duh, he's literally gonna fall in love with me. Like, I don't care, like, my personality, like, I'm not being cocky or anything like that, but like, my personality, like, definitely not my looks, but like, maybe if he like looks like body down, just like not face, like body down. Anywho, after the Twitch stream, I literally went back to Instagram and I DM'd him like a voice memo, and no, I'm not even gonna show you guys because literally y'all can go watch the video and figure it out because it's literally like 3 minutes long. So I sent him a voice memo and I'm gonna break it down. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I just watched your Twitch stream. When are we gonna do a video together? When are you gonna take me on your Twitch stream? Like, I literally will do anything because like, honestly I would, but like not anything, if you all know what I mean. I was like, please get me on your Twitch stream. Like, let's do something. I'm genuinely a big fan. Like, I'm genuinely a supporter. Like, let's get in the booth. Let's do some shit. So the next night he went on Twitch, or no, he was about to go on Twitch the next night, right? I make a video. And I'm like, Canel Joseph is my boyfriend. Like, I'm manifesting everything. Like, I literally manifested in the video. I was like, he's literally gonna take me out. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So, that night around like 4 p.m., which, you guys, I wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, I have to be at work at like 5. So, I wake up early as hell in the morning. And sometimes my ass be getting a little tired around like 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 4 p.m., 3 p.m., I don't know. So it's like 4 p.m. and I'm laying in bed and I literally get a text message from Kanel Joseph. It literally says, message from Kanel Joseph. So I'm like, oh my God, this is not real life. So he texts me, he's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. What are you doing? He's like, are you gonna be busy around like 9 o'clock? Could I call you? And I'm like, sure. Literally sure. He's like, okay, do you have a Discord? Which I had no idea what a Discord was. I'm not kidding you. I had no idea what a Discord was, but I went and I downloaded it, figured it out, made it in under 3 seconds. And I said, yes, here's my username. And he said, bet, I'll talk to you later. I literally be falling asleep around like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Like, I really get tired around that time. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm a working gal. So I'm staying up. It's like 9 o'clock, something like that. He was on, I was watching the whole thing. And he went on Twitch with someone else before me. Like, he was talking on the computer with someone else before me. I was watching it and then he ended the like segment with them or whatever. Like, they got done talking and he was like, okay guys, so we're gonna call Gus. So I started freaking out, and you guys, I had anxiety. Like, you guys, I genuinely have anxiety, like an actual anxiety disorder for real. Like, I can't even put it into words. Like, my doctors have tried to put me on Xanax before. Like, but I don't take anything for it. Literally, all I do is some ganja, if y'all know what I mean. All my real life friends and stuff that know me in real life know that I have like actual, like there's times that I've had actual anxiety attacks where you think that I'm literally having a seizure, okay? Because of how bad I'm shaking. Like, I can't talk when I start having that bout of anxiety. So when I try to like help it to where I don't have anxiety, I'm doing everything. Like, there's so many, that's why people think I'm doing drugs, is because of my anxiety. Because it's like, I'm literally sitting there, touching my hair, touching my hair, touching my hair, touching my hair. One thing about the internet is people think, because I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm famous and I'm this and blah, blah, blah. I do have a lot of followers, and people think because once you get like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, if I was in a room with Nicki Minaj, I'm still gonna freak even if she asked me to be in a room with her, I would still freak out because that's still Nicki Minaj. If that makes any sense. Like, people are acting like I'm supposed to be able to like put on this, like, people act like I'm literally supposed to be able to put on this like face or this persona while in a room with other people, when like I cannot do that. I still have anxiety. I'm still like, at the end of the day, I'm still Gus. Like, I'm still a human being. I'm this, I'm that. So I get on the call with Canel, and obviously I'm flirting. Like, I'm telling him everything I tell my friends. Like, when I'm watching his videos, I literally tell them, like, I could care less if it stinks. Like, I need that. Like, he is hot. He's funny. I know I literally could feel that like I'm gonna fall in love with him one day. Like I was like, if I ever got to meet him and this and just being delusional. So I'm on the call with him. It goes good. Like it goes good. I watched it probably 300 times. Like I wish I could put it into words. I probably watched it 300 times. Like I just couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I kept watching it. I told all my friends about it. Everyone. I was telling everyone about it. So then I'm sitting there and my best friend, one of my best friends, her name is Morgan, she texted me and said, oh, when you're just scrolling through YouTube with your family and you see your bestie on the TV. And Canel Joseph posted a YouTube video, like the clip, the Twitch stream that we did, he posted it as a clip on his YouTube channel, which his YouTube channel has 700,000 subscribers. And my dream in life has always been to be YouTube famous. Like I have always wanted to be so big on YouTube that I was able to pay someone to follow me around with cameras. If that makes sense. Like that has always been my dream, is to pay someone to follow me around with cameras. I felt like I wish I could put it into words. Like I was like, this is not real life. So I'm telling everyone to go watch it. I'm telling everyone to go like it. So I tell Becky to go watch it. I'm like, oh my God, Becky, watch it, blah, blah, blah. So then Becky texts me like 4 minutes later and she's like, girl, he said if the video gets 8,000 likes, he's gonna fly you out for a date. So I didn't see that. I didn't see it in the video. I didn't even realize that it literally was in the comments. So I told everyone, like I'm literally telling my parents, I was telling everyone on TikTok Live, I was telling everyone, I said, you go like this video. Like I do not care if you don't like me, go like this video. Are you kidding me? So the video got to 8,000 likes and then the next day he upped it to 9,000, then he upped it to 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, all the way up to 16,000, okay? Which reminds you, every time we hit that goal like it was nothing, literally like it was nothing every time, like what? They know who Big Mama is. He then texts me on Instagram again and I'm like, oh. And he said, can I call you again tonight? And I'm like, okay, perfect. Like, no. Actually, I'm lying. He called me. I fell asleep and he called me and I woke up. I woke up like probably like an hour after he called me. And I was like, oh shit. So I went to his Twitch stream and like he was talking about something, but like it wasn't like to a person or anything like that. So I was like, okay, I don't feel rude to interrupt. So I went and I got on his Twitch stream and he said something about like, let me just tell you guys, if it's white or if it's snowing, I ain't going. And I commented and I was like, no, like you are, like, baby, I'm white. Like you are gonna go if it snows because like, baby, yeah, like, girl, yeah, you're gonna look like me before I go on a TikTok live. Yeah. I comment that and right after I comment that, literally like 40 comments roll in and they're like, Gus is in here, Gus is in here, Gus is in here, Gus is in here. And my head was big. Like I literally felt like I was on top of the world. So literally right when someone was like, Gus is in here, he literally stopped the video that he was playing and he's like, wait, Gus is in here? Gus is in here, Gus? And I was like, yes, baby, I'm in here. And he's like, I'm gonna call you real quick. So then I start freaking out. I like get up, rush and get ready, or like literally I wasn't even able to get ready. I literally just hopped on the camera and started talking to him. He was like, hey, like that video we did, like I posted it to YouTube. It did really good. We hit the like goal. So like a promise is a promise. And yeah, what's your schedule? And I'm gonna fly you and a friend out. So I was holding back tears. Like I was literally holding back tears because I was like, okay, well, Becky's gonna be the one that goes with me because literally no matter what, Becky is my biggest supporter, has always been my biggest supporter in my social media career. Like she believes in my dream probably even more than I do. Like she does everything. She does my merch, she does this, she does that, she does everything. Like that girl does everything for me. So I already told her, like, girl, if I get brand trips, if I get this, if I get that, you're the first person that's going with me. All you got to do is hold a damn camera. That's it. And you're going with me. So I'm sitting there. He tells me that he's gonna fly us out. So, you know, I'm obviously telling him like I am forever grateful. Like because obviously in this industry, some people do not have the best, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the internet cannot tell me anything. Like, if I like someone, I could care less if you do something bad, because the internet does not mean shit to me, literally. Like, obviously it means shit to me, but at the end of the day, you're not going to control me. No one's going to ever, like, if that makes sense. Like, there's people that just don't, there's people that just don't have good intentions, if that makes sense. And like, I'm grateful. Like, I am forever beyond grateful. So I told him that, like, I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. Like, I can't even put it into words. So I got off the TikTok live, or I got off the Twitch stream with him after he said he was going to buy us the plane ticket, fly me out, get an Airbnb, all this stuff. So I get on TikTok live, and that was my first time ever crying on TikTok live, because I've never ever in my whole entire life ever cried of happiness in my whole entire life, okay? So I start bawling my eyes out, and literally while I'm crying on TikTok live, even Amari, like, I'm literally sitting there explaining myself, like, it feels, I can't explain it. I really can't. So while I'm sitting there trying to explain it, Amari Stewart gets on it, and literally, remind you, that's been one of my favorite YouTubers since literally like 2014. Like, I love him and Tana just as much. I can't even put it into words, and I've always loved him forever. And he was commenting on my TikTok live, and he was like, don't ever, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't ever limitate your dreams, because you are able to do anything. And I'm like, that is just crazy. Like, I still feel like, you know what I mean? I still feel like Gus, which obviously I'm always going to be Gus, but like, it just, like, it doesn't register. It still doesn't register in my mind. Like, I post funny TikToks, Tana Mojo follows me. Kanel Joseph knows who I am. Like, all these people that I look up to know, like, you know what I mean? Like, Nicki Minaj follows me on Twitter. That shit is crazy to me when I really sit there and think about it. Like, I really feel like I'm like in the Matrix or something like that, if that makes sense. And I'm very grateful. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. So I'm crying on TikTok live. I get off of it. I literally text Becky like 300 times. I wish I could have called her, but it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and Becky literally has a husband and a kid. So I text her. I'm like, bitch, you better tell someone, you better tell everyone at work that somebody died, because girl, we're literally going to Houston, Texas tomorrow, baby. We get all that figured out, everything like that. I get off work, I get this, we get everything ready. So after that, he posted that stream that I just did, like, got off the phone with him. He posted that one to YouTube. So now he posted me a second time, which reminds you, that literally he's putting me under his wing. Like, that is literally him co-signing me. That's him attaching his name to me. So I'm still freaking out. It does not feel real. Like, I've never in my life ever had that much attention towards my everything. Like, I literally woke up, like, I wish I could put it into words. Like, probably like 300 people added me on Snapchat. So many people followed me on Instagram. I've never, ever, in a good way, I've never had that much attention. I've had that in a bad way. Trust me, I've had people, like, I can't even put it into words how bombarded I've been on the internet before, but that was crazy because it was the first time that I've ever, like, felt love from the internet, even though, like, half of them were literally like, I want to hook. So we get packed, everything gets ready, and it's getting ready for the day that we're gonna fly to Houston. So we get on the airplane. My Nana picks me up, drops us off at the airport. Me and Becky are vlogging. We get on the airplane. We get to Texas. I've never been to Texas. I mean, I've been to Houston, to the airport when I was going from Hawaii back to Oklahoma, and we had to stop through Houston. That was really it. So I never really got to go outside in the Houston air or anything. So we got there, we found the Uber. She was cool as hell. Literally, the Uber was so nice, which thank God, because I'm always scared when I get into an Uber, because, like, girl, what? So we get the Uber, and we're trying to find the Airbnb that he got us and stuff like that. And we ended up finding the Airbnb. We got to the Airbnb, and me and Becky found it, and our mouth was literally on the ground, because when we walked into a not 1, not 2, not 3, a 4-story Airbnb. Yes. Huge. Like, bedroom, bathroom, bedroom, bathroom. Like, insane. I've never in my life, you guys, I am poor. Like, I am still, like, I'm being so honest, you guys. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit of money off the internet, but at the end of the day, you guys, I grew up so poor. I wish I could put it into words, and I'm about to explain it here in a minute. So me and Becky are like over the moon. Like we literally are like, there's no way. And we're both hungry, so we're like, let's order some Chick-fil-A. So we ordered some Chick-fil-A. We got it DoorDashed. We got it DoorDashed there, or Uber Eats or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Besides the point. We eat. We start getting ready, and Canel texts me right after I get out of the shower, and he's like, hey, like, how's everything? And I'm like, it's crazy. Thank you. And he's like, okay, I'll be over in like half an hour. So we're getting ready. Me and Becky are waiting. My anxiety is, I wish I could put it into words. My ass is literally like in my mouth. Like it was bad. My anxiety, like when I start getting nervous, I get nervous pisses. Like I literally have to pee a lot when I get nervous. Like there's so much stuff. So yeah, like it was bad. So a car shows up and we're like, okay, like thank God Canel's here. No. It was his friend Jamichael. We run downstairs. We think it's Canel, so we're like freaking out and stuff like that. And then we open the door and it's Jamichael. So I'm like, my anxiety's still bad because I literally thought it was Canel. And he was so nice. Like when I tell you Jamichael was so nice, literally I can't even put it into words. He was so nice. So he introduces himself. We introduce ourselves. We're talking to him. Blah blah blah. Blase blase. We go upstairs, we're talking to him. He's like, are you nervous? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm nervous. And he's like, you don't have anything to be nervous about, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like explaining to him like, yes, I do. Like me and Becky really watch him. Like we literally, like even if me and Becky eat, like there's sometimes we'll be sitting there and we'll be like, oh my God, like let's watch Canel, tee. And we'll sit there and we'll die laughing together, like love him together. So we're like, yeah, it is like, it does not, girl, yes, like I am nervous. So is Becky. Like Becky's even nervous. Like, it's crazy. So he's like, okay, well, Canel just got here, so Canel shows up. I literally get to meet him. My anxiety was through the roof. Literally, y'all literally seen the video because it's my most viewed video on YouTube. My anxiety was through the roof. Like, I wish I could put it into words. My anxiety was so bad. I was freaking out because he is so hot. Like, he is so hot. I'm not bullshitting you guys. Like I really for real have a crush on him. Like I think he's so cute. I think he's so funny. So like, oh my God, I was freaking out. And he was dressed hot as like so hot. So I was so nervous. Yes, I was literally touching my hair like 24/7. Literally everyone thought I was on coke. I was not on coke. Literally I've never done it. I just had anxiety. Like literally, sorry that I'm real and I didn't have to do it so I wouldn't have anxiety. Like I don't know what to tell you. So I'm meeting him, we're talking, he's giving me a rundown, don't pay attention to the comments and this and blase, blase, and blase, blase. Me and Becky are downstairs, we're getting ready to start the stream. There literally is like 3,000 people watching before I even get on the live, and I want you all to really think about that. 3,000 people sitting there watching you, like that is, girl, like I should have done a line because I was like, oh my God, my anxiety was through the damn roof. So I run upstairs, start the stream, we're doing the stream, blah, blah, blah. We're doing it, it's fun, everything like that. So then we get done, he leaves, that was fun. We did not hook up. Literally so many people asked me, like, as if I would tell them, no, I did not hook up with him. I didn't sign an NDA, no shit, no nothing happened. I'm being so dead ass. He genuinely is just a good person that I guess likes all his supporters. At first, when he bought my plane ticket and everything, and then I got to the Airbnb, I was like, maybe he really is. Like, I was sitting there for a second, like, I was like, okay, maybe I really am gonna get it tonight. Which, like, if he wanted me to sign an NDA, I would have signed 3. I literally would have signed 3. Would have signed 3. Would have even signed away my firstborn. Okay? So, no. Didn't hook up. I know you all wish. Me too. Literally, I wish. But no, nothing like that happened. He literally left. All that. So then the next day comes around and we are getting ready to film for night number 1. So we get ready. At this point of the stream, he wanted to take me shopping at the mall. So we end up going to this mall, and I live in Oklahoma. You guys, literally, if no one knows, I live in Oklahoma. The mall that I go to, the most expensive store is probably like Michael Kors, like that's probably, or the Apple store, like that literally is probably the most expensive store, okay? So we walk into this mall and there is Louis Vuitton, there's Gucci, there's Prada, there is Van Cleef, like there is name brand, like there is stuff that I've only ever seen on TV, okay? Because a lot of people text me after this and they're like, you should have ran his pockets up and you should have done this and you should have done that and blah blah blah. My life has never been about materialistic shit because I grew up poor. I know a lot of people grow up poor and then their life becomes only materialistic shit, but materialistic shit doesn't mean anything to me, considering that I still am like, I don't have that much money. Like, I am starting to make a little bit of money off the internet, but at the end of the day, I'm not like how everyone thinks just because you have a lot of followers, you be making bank. I do not be making bank, anything like that. So we walk in, he's telling me to buy whatever I want. We literally go to a Gucci store. I try on a jacket. It was kind of cute, but $4,000? Remind you, my car that I drive cost me $2,000. And that gets me from work and back. What is a jacket gonna do? Okay, I'm just being realistic. That's just me. That's just me, but that's because I grew up poor. That's just because I grew up poor. So we're walking around. I'm trying to figure out something because obviously he wants me to buy something. So I'm like, okay, like I have to figure out something to buy. Something that I do need is sunglasses because I bought myself a pair of $200 Ray-Ban sunglasses and my dumbass literally left it in my car when I got into a wreck and they literally left with the car. So we went to like a sunglass hut place or something like that and he ended up getting me sunglasses. He got me 2 pairs of sunglasses. I literally felt like Nicki Minaj when she was in the gas station with Drake and he's like, get whatever you want. And she was like, get whatever I want. Because literally he has big money. Like, you guys, he is rich. Like, I know he'd be acting like he's poor on the internet, but that's big money. That's rich. That's actual money. So he told me that I could buy whatever I wanted and I ended up getting 2 pairs of sunglasses and literally, you guys, this is actually crazy because I have a crush on him and like what? So he got me 2 pairs of sunglasses. He literally got me a pair of Versace sunglasses and a pair of Moncler sunglasses. I didn't even know what Moncler was until I realized that Nicki Minaj said it. Like, they're gonna copy, I'ma wear Moncler. They're gonna copy, I'ma wear Moncler. That's the only thing I know. So these, I'm not kidding you, are probably my favorite glasses. Like, my favorite sunglasses in the history of the world. Like, girl, like, it's giving very much, like, yeah. Like, are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he bought me Moncler sunglasses and let's just say he dropped a bag on that because if you all thought these were cheap sunglasses, they are not. They're not. So then he got me Versace, which, oh baby, these are going with like when I wear outfits, if that makes sense. Like if I'm doing a photo shoot, this is what's coming with mamas, if that makes sense. Because are you shitting me? So anyhow, buys me sunglasses. That was the day 2 of the stream. It was so fun. That stream was 12 hours long. That stream was the longest thing of my whole entire life. So we streamed for 12 hours. Literally the whole time we're streaming for 12 hours. So I'm getting a notification on my phone that our flight, mine and Becky's flight, leaves in 2 hours. 2. Becky does not run on anyone's time but her own. Love her dearly. Thankfully, she was ready, but she does not get in a rush for anyone but herself. I'm a bitch. So like, the stream is still going. So I'm going, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going up, I'm going down, I'm going up, I'm down. Like, I'm literally packing a little bit, and then I go look at my phone, and it's like, an hour and 50. So I'm like, oh, like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna walk up to him and be like, hey, like, can we end the stream? Like, I gotta go, like, we gotta go, like, blah. So thankfully he ends up ending the stream and I'm like, yeah, our flight leaves like in 2 hours. And they're like, oh, like you need to go now. Because like the Houston airport is no joke. Like you need to go now. So I'm like, oh, okay, bet. So we get in the car with Jamichael because Canel's friend Jamichael drove us to the airport. So we get in the car, we're talking, but before we left, and I was saying bye to Canel, he said he said the nicest stuff to me ever off camera, like advice, like I can't even put it into words. I'm forever grateful, especially for someone at his stature to give me advice like that and stuff like that. It means the world. Like I'm so forever grateful. So we're in the car, we're driving, we're talking to Jamichael, like he's telling us like that they all genuinely like us, like they had fun, like I mean it, like because at first, like, I'm obviously, like, I have such a fear that, like, no one's gonna like me or this, and, like, oh my god, but, like, for real, you know what I mean? So, it felt nice knowing that they genuinely, like, liked us, as like humans. So I'm holding it in. Like for the whole weekend that we've been there, I've wanted to cry. The only time I ever cried was when I went to bed that night. Like the first night was the only time I ever slept. While we're heading to the airport, I was on 24 hours of no sleep. 24 hours of no sleep. So the only time I ever cried was in the bed that night before when I went to sleep. So we're in the car, I'm holding it in, like I can't even put it into words because we're talking to Jamichael and we're just like explaining everything because it did not feel real. Like, remind you guys, around this time last year, I got into the nastiest breakup of my whole entire life. Like the worst breakup of my whole entire life. Had no car. I had to walk to and from work. So it's like, I'm literally getting sunglasses, like $1,000 sunglasses bought for me from someone that I watch on YouTube daily, when last year I was literally walking to work from him to work. And like, what? Yeah, it messes with me. So we're sitting there, I'm holding it in good as hell. Next thing you know, Becky starts crying and I'm like, Becky, why? So he's being so sweet. He drops us off at the airport. Right when we walk into the door to the airport, I start bawling my eyes out. Like I was sobbing. I was crying so hard, I can't even put it into words. Everyone probably thought that I literally got cheated on and broke up with because that's how hard I was crying. That was the first time in my whole entire life I've ever cried from happiness, like genuine happiness, euphoria. Like it was unreal. Just sitting there sobbing. I can't even put it into words. Like, because I am so grateful. Like I wish I could put it into words. Like it was such a weird, like it was an experience that I will never ever forget. Like forever. I will forever be grateful. So we get on the airplane, we end up coming back home. Literally our airplane that we were getting on literally had like an hour, almost 2 hour layaway. Did I just say layaway instead of delayed? So we were running on 24 hours of sleep. So I was starting to get irritated. Becky was starting to get irritated. And then we finally got off the airplane, finally got home. I went to go to sleep. I was still running on 24 hours of no sleep. My parents woke me up. I literally had to go take them home. They thought I was on drugs because I literally was like slurring my words because of how freaking tired I was. And yeah. So then after that, Canel posted like 6 more YouTube videos of me. So that's so crazy because he literally basically like gave me a cosign. He literally reposted my picture that I posted with him on his Instagram story. Like it was just such a crazy experience because I cannot believe that I literally can be like, oh, well, I'm friends with Kanel Joseph now, because that is someone that I will always look up to, and I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful. And there's so much stuff that I wanted to talk about in this little story time, that, because the story time's kind of over, but there's stuff that I wanted to like intermission, like there's stuff that I wanted to add into it. My supporters, the people that watch me, you girlies and everything like that, I am so grateful and I'm so thankful because I literally felt like I had a cult. Like I literally felt like I had a cult following when I went over there. I feel support. Like I genuinely do feel support from the internet and from my friends and stuff like that and family. But when I went on his live stream, that was the most time that I've ever felt that much support in my whole entire life. I felt like everyone was cheering me on. It was such a good feeling. Like I felt like everyone was clapping for me. I felt like every single person was clapping for me, literally. I felt like everyone was watching. I felt like everyone was eating up in the chat. Like everyone was being, yeah, there's people that were being mean in the chat, but like my girls, my supporters, like so many people told me that they were watching for just me. And I'm like, that is so crazy, because I'm like, I love you guys so much. Like, and you all already know that. Like, literally, the people that watch me and genuinely, like, support me and stuff like that know, like, at the end of the day, I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful and I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. But it was such a crazy feeling. Like, it was such a crazy feeling because I've never had that much love, that much euphoria and everything. I felt famous as I went to the mall after that. People noticed me off of it. It felt cool. People were like, oh, you used him for the fame and this and blah, blah, blah. Everything that comes with it, like the fame, yeah, that's cool. That's something I've always wanted. The money, that's cool. Something I've always wanted, blah, blah, blah. But I like Kanel as a human being, genuinely. Girl, the internet could hate him tomorrow and I'm gonna stand 10 toes behind that because I genuinely like him as a human being and I love him. Also, a lot of people were trying to say that he was doing a humiliation ritual, which I'm obviously going to talk about that because I don't understand how someone can do a humiliation ritual, yeah, like using me, but I can't do a humiliation ritual using myself. Make it make sense. Did I not already tell you guys I would sell my soul and I would do a humiliation ritual? Where do I sign up? Like, are you kidding me? I was pissed off. I was like, he is gonna get big and blow up after using me as a humiliation ritual? Girl, what? How does that even make sense? Like, what? I'm like, all because he wanted to bring on a gay supporter. Like, what? Because he genuinely, like, at the end of the day, after all that, I realized, like, Canel is probably the only streamer and all that stuff that does care about his fan base and his supporters, because I promise you, all those other little streamers, I'm not going to get sued, but all those other little streamers, they would never, if one of their gay fans were like, oh my god, I love him, like, I think he's so hot, I love his content, they would probably block them. They'd probably make fun of them. And even if Canel was making fun of me, which he wasn't, because he literally, like, girl, he was being nice, he was being sweet, he did everything. Even if I was the, like, clown and stuff of it, I don't give a I don't care, because he gave me an opportunity that literally so many people would do anything in their life to get, and I'm forever grateful for. So I know this video was a little bit longer and everything like that, but I know where my YouTube Storytime girlies are, so obviously I had to do my Storytime YouTube girlies. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Obviously don't click off yet, but I do love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Like, that was crazy. That was crazy. Like, I knew there was a lot of you guys that supported me and clapped for me, but like, holy shit, you guys, like, I love you. Like, I literally, every single one of you, like, I know, like, I'm like, oh my god, like, because I'm sitting there talking about, like, all these streamers don't even view you guys as supporters and stuff like that. I do view you guys more than supporters. I can't even put it into words, because I know that there's someone out there like me that supports Tana Mojo. Like, there is nothing that could ever happen that would ever make me speak ill about Tana, because that person, I love her. And I know that there's people out there that feel that way towards me. So it's like, to those people, to you girlies, like, I'm talking to you individually, like, I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful. And I will never take that for granted. Like, I'm forever grateful. And I love you guys so much. I hope you all have been liking the new content of me, like, pranking and this and blah, blah, blah. I am going to switch it up because, like, girl, he literally told me to get out of my room and show the world my personality. So I am going to do that. But I know where I started, and that is sitting on my floor with story times, and trust me, I'm never gonna get too fucking Hollywood for that. So yeah, and it's so funny because I kept doing this during, like, his stream, because I know everyone was like, oh, humiliation ritual. Like, girl, I was definitely gonna get those. Girl, if I could get any humiliation ritual allegation, I was gonna go for it. Everyone was also saying that I was doing other stuff. Never done any of that, you guys. I was actually completely sober. Literally, I was actually sober. That's why it was hard for me to eat in this, because I was sober. Because I wanted to experience all of it, and just my anxiety was at a high. So yeah, I love you guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and until next time, I will see you all in the next video. I love you guys so much. Bye.